My name is Nchedolisa Anammah. I'm originally from Lagos, Nigeria. My parents moved from Anambra to Lagos. I'm currently in Boston now because I graduated from Boston University, where I studied human physiology. And the reason why I studied human physiology is because my dream is to go back to urban centers in Nigeria and to be able to improve the healthcare system there, especially working with young children and mothers who cannot access good care.
We have Nchedolisa Anammah as one of the winners.
I was very excited, at the same time very surprised that I received the award. Not because I didn't work hard, but because it just came as a huge shock to me that when I first saw my name there amongst the finalists. But I was very, very excited. Earlier this year, I received an email calling for entries for the competition and the prompts for the competition. It came at the right time because I've always enjoyed writing. So I felt, wow, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity, and I decided right away I'm going to do it. So I personally wrote a short story. Mine wasn't an essay. But how I worked towards getting material or content or ideas for how to a short story, I watched a lot of documentaries on Mexico. For some reason, that's why I chose to start, to just understand like Mexican culture, the background, the social scene there. And I read up a lot of documentaries about that, and that helped me to develop characters in my head for the short story. I've always enjoyed reading. My father was the one who got me into reading right from a young age because I had a lot of long drives to going to school. I had to commute from Lagos to Ibadan, so my dad always forced me to read, and from there I fell in love with reading. I love to read a lot of different books, but it really depends on the stage in my life. Initially, I really enjoyed a lot of cartoonish books, a lot of story fiction books. Then gradually I started liking books that had to do with history, especially European history and African history. Chimamanda is my all-time favorite because she talks about history but in a very creative way, in a story form, and that's what I love the most, learning about history in a story form. So those are the kind of books I love the most. Creative history, historical fiction. What my day looks like is waking up, obviously, praying to God, reading my Bible, and then I head for class. I live very close to my classes, so it was a short minute walk. I love to walk, so I just walk to classes, and after that, I either choose between doing homework or going to eat. Most often, eating is the one that wins. So I go to eat, come back to my dorm, and do homework. And then on the weekends, most times on the weekends, it varies what I decide to do. Some friend can say, okay, let's go do this or let's go do that. So I never have a set schedule on the weekends. It usually varies. I enjoy doing a lot of things. One of my biggest loves is I love God a lot. So I enjoy. One thing I do on campus is I do a lot of going around with a group on campus and really talk to people about faith. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy talking to people naturally. Another thing I love to do is I love to dance. I only strictly listen to Nigerian music only because I just love dancing.
The hashtag #BringBackOurGirls has now been tweeted over 1 million times.
This group is thought to be behind the abduction of more than 100 teenage girls.
A CNN exclusive. Bring Back Our Girls, tracking Boko Haram.
Initially, when I heard news about the Bring Back Our Girls, the first thing I did was cry. I'm usually not a very emotional person, but for some reason, the story of those 200 girls hit me very personally. I guess because I knew I was a young girl once in a school far away from home, so I feel like I could live the lives those girls were living, but in a sense. Definitely, I was very passionate. That was the first awakening because I was never involved with interested in what the Nigerian government was doing or what it wasn't doing. But that was the first awakening for me where I said, wow, there's so much I haven't responded to how my country is going.
Nigerians in Boston, including students of Harvard University and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, organized candlelight vigils.
The Bring Back Our Girls campaign was something that NAMSA did to just bring awareness, especially starting here in the Boston area. they definitely tried to contact also New York to form like a unified response. So I asked a friend who drafted a very beautiful poem, which I read at the campaign rally, Massachusetts State House, downtown Boston. So we walked around and we chatted with banners and we just chanted what we felt on our hearts and the words that we felt was the most pressing to communicate to the Nigerian government.
Bring our lawyers back, bring our doctors back, bring our sisters back, our future mothers back, our loving future friends. Bring our girls back, bring our girls back, bring our girls back, put some men on my girls.
Bring Back Our Girls was something that has left with me even long after the whole scenario, long after many people have ignored the event. I had to ask myself the question: the women, the young girls of the youth in Nigeria, especially the women, how are they being treated? How are their needs being heard? And one thing I did was I created a journal project where I asked some of my friends here to buy a journal and to write a short letter to girls who I had met in Nigeria. A lot of the girls I didn't know, but a lot of them were from poor backgrounds. So Bring Back Our Girls gave me a passion for looking and understanding that class of people in Nigeria, young girls who are from poor backgrounds. And that's fueled some of the passions I'm gonna use when I decide to go into healthcare later on in my life.